Hey there, Marvel enthusiasts. Welcome back to our channel, where we dive into the epic worlds of your favorite superheroes and villains. If you've ever found yourself cheering when Thor summons lightning, or getting chills when Black Panther charges into battle, you're in the right place. The Marvel Universe is a vast and dynamic multiverse filled with heroes who have inspired us, challenged us, and made us believe in the extraordinary. From the high-tech halls of Stark Industries to the mystical realms guarded by Doctor Strange, there's always something new to discover. Today, we're unearthing some of the most intriguing and lesser-known facts about Marvel's iconic characters. Whether you're a diehard comic book reader or you've just started your journey with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, we've got some surprises in store that might just make you see these heroes in a whole new light. Grab your favorite snack, get comfy, and let's embark on this super-powered adventure together. Ready to have your mind blown? Let's dive right in. Iron Man, the man behind the suit. First up, let's talk about the genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist himself, Tony Stark, aka Iron Man. We all know Tony as the quick-witted tech mastermind, but did you know that his character was inspired by the real-life eccentric inventor and businessman, Howard Hughes? Stan Lee wanted to create a character that embodied the complexities of a man who was a brilliant inventor, but also had personal flaws and quirks. Howard Hughes was known for his pioneering work in aviation, his innovative spirit, and, let's be honest, his eccentric behavior. This blend of genius and imperfection made him the perfect muse for Iron Man. When Iron Man debuted in 1963, he wasn't exactly the most popular hero on the block. In fact, creating a character who was an arms manufacturer during the Cold War was a bold move. Stan Lee challenged himself to make readers root for someone they might initially dislike. It took time, but Tony's character development won fans over, with his journey from weapons dealer to self-sacrificing hero. Fast forward to 2008, and Robert Downey Jr.'s portrayal of Tony Stark revitalized the character entirely. RDJ brought charm, depth, and a touch of vulnerability, making Iron Man a household name and launching the Marvel Cinematic Universe into the stratosphere. Fun fact: the original Iron Man suit was a bulky, gray armor built in a cave with limited resources, not the sleek red and gold exoskeleton we're familiar with today. The suit's evolution mirrors Tony's own growth from a captive, forced to build weapons, to a hero who chooses to protect the world. Next time you see Iron Man soaring through the sky, remember the fascinating origins of the man behind the mask and how he became the hero we admire today. Captain America: The Sleeper Awakens. Next on our list is the embodiment of justice and courage, Captain America. Steve Rogers wasn't always the man out of time we know today. Created in 1941, Captain America was Marvel's, then Timely Comics, answer to the global conflicts of World War II. From his very first comic cover, where he's seen delivering a knockout punch to Adolf Hitler, Cap was positioned as a symbol of American ideals and the fight against tyranny. This was a bold and morale-boosting move before the U.S. had officially entered the war, reflecting the sentiments of the era. In 2016, Marvel shook the fandom by revealing that Captain America was a Hydra agent in the Secret Empire storyline. Fans were stunned. How could the paragon of virtue be aligned with it? It was later explained that this twist resulted from a reality-warping artifact known as the Cosmic Cube. While controversial, this plot challenged perceptions and sparked discussions about identity and trust. Let's talk about his iconic shield. Initially, Cap wielded a traditional badge-shaped shield. Due to a similarity dispute with another comic publisher, Marvel redesigned it into the circular version we adore today. Made from a unique vibranium steel alloy, the shield is virtually indestructible and has become a symbol in its own right. Did you know that Cap's shield isn't just defensive? He's mastered the art of using it as a projectile weapon, calculating ricochets with incredible precision, proof that his tactical skills are just as super as his serum-enhanced strength. Captain America's journey reflects the evolving landscape of society and comics, from wartime propaganda to exploring modern ethical dilemmas. He's more than just a hero. He's a legacy that continues to inspire hope and justice. Thor, the god of thunder's alter ego. Let's thunder on to our next hero, the mighty Thor. As the Asgardian god of thunder, Thor wields immense power, But did you know he once lived a double life as a human doctor? In the original comics, Thor's father, Odin, wanted to teach his arrogant son a lesson in humility. To do this, he merged Thor's essence with that of a frail medical student named Donald Blake. Unaware of his true identity, Blake practiced medicine and navigated life with a physical disability. It wasn't until he stumbled upon a mysterious walking stick during a trip to Norway that his destiny unfolded. When struck against the ground, the stick transformed into Mjolnir, and Blake became Thor. This alter ego allowed Thor to experience humanity firsthand, learning compassion and humility. Over time, the comics phased out the Donald Blake persona, focusing more on Thor's Asgardian adventures and his role among the Avengers. However, the theme of humility remained a cornerstone of his character development. Marvel's adaptation of Norse mythology brought ancient legends into the modern age. They kept iconic elements like the treacherous Loki, the majestic realm of Asgard, and of course, the mighty hammer Mjolnir, complete with its famous worthiness enchantment. Speaking of Mjolnir, the inscription, "Whosoever holds this hammer, if they be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor," has led to some interesting moments. Characters like Captain America and even the alien Beta Ray Bill have lifted Mjolnir, proving their worthiness and adding exciting twists to the stories. Thor's blend of myth and modern superheroics makes him a standout character who bridges the gap between ancient tales and contemporary adventures. Next time you see that lightning bolt, you'll know there's even more to the Thunder God's story. Hulk, the Green Goliath's gray origins. Smashing his way into our list is the Incredible Hulk. Everyone knows that when mild-mannered Bruce Banner gets angry, he transforms into the giant Green Hulk. But did you know that he was originally gray? In his 1962 debut, Hulk was meant to be gray to avoid any racial interpretations of color. However, due to printing limitations at the time, the gray coloring was inconsistent, sometimes appearing as different shades or even greenish. By the second issue, Marvel decided to make him green, a color that was easier to print and soon became his signature look. But the Gray Hulk wasn't done for good. He resurfaced as an alternate persona named Joe Fixit, a cunning and morally ambiguous version of the Hulk who worked as an enforcer in Las Vegas. This wasn't the only time Bruce Banner's struggles with his inner demons manifested physically. The Hulk's multiple personalities reflect the complexities of Banner's psyche, often rooted in trauma and repressed emotions. There's also the Professor Hulk, a fusion where Banner's intelligence combines with the Hulk's strength, showcasing a balance between his human and monstrous sides. Fun fact, the classic line, "Don't make me angry, you wouldn't like me when I'm angry," originated from the 1970s television series starring Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno. It became so iconic that it's been referenced and paid homage to in various movies and shows since. The Hulk's evolution from a misunderstood monster to a hero wrestling with his identity adds depth to his character. His story reminds us that everyone has different sides to themselves, and embracing all parts can lead to true strength. Black Widow, From Russia with Love. Swinging into our next spot is the elusive and deadly Black Widow. Natasha Romanoff is famed for her espionage skills and assassin prowess, but her path to becoming an Avenger was anything but straightforward. Originally introduced in 1964 as a villain, Black Widow was a Russian spy and antagonist to Iron Man. Trained in the secretive Red Room, she was a master of disguise, manipulation, and combat. Her missions often put her at odds with S.H.I.E.L.D. and other heroes, making her one of the most formidable foes around. But Natasha's story is one of redemption. She eventually defects to the United States, driven by a desire to atone for her past and make amends for the wrongs she committed. Joining S.H.I.E.L.D. and later the Avengers, she uses her skills for good, proving that one's origins don't have to define their future. What's particularly fascinating about Black Widow is that she doesn't have superhuman powers. Instead, she relies on her extensive training, intelligence, and a wide array of gadgets. This levels the playing field and shows that with determination and skill, humans can stand alongside gods and monsters. In the comics, it's revealed that the Red Room enhanced her physiology, granting her slowed aging and an enhanced immune system, adding an extra layer to her mysterious past. Black Widow's journey from adversary to hero highlights themes of redemption and the power of choice. Her story encourages us to believe in second chances and the possibility of change, no matter how dark our beginnings may be. Spider-Man, the teenage hero's real struggles. Swinging into action is your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Peter Parker isn't just any superhero. He was one of the first teenage heroes who wasn't relegated to sidekick status. Created by Stan Lee and Steve Ditko in 1962, Spider-Man broke the mold by being a relatable teen dealing with real-life issues. Unlike other heroes, Peter grappled with everyday problems like homework, bullies, and making ends meet, all while battling supervillains. His financial struggles often meant he had to get creative, like selling photos of himself as Spider-Man to pay the bills. Talk about hustling. Peter's relationships have always been central to his story. From his first crush on Betty Brant to his complicated romance with Mary Jane Watson and the tragic loss of Gwen Stacy, his love life has been anything but simple. These relationships add depth and realism, making his victories and defeats hit that much harder. In recent years, the Spider-Verse expanded dramatically with the introduction of characters like Miles Morales. Miles, an Afro-Latino teenager, takes up the mantle of Spider-Man in an alternate universe, bringing diversity and new perspectives to the legacy. The concept of the Spider-Verse allowed for multiple spider heroes from different dimensions to interact, proving that anyone could wear the mask. Fun fact, Spider-Man was initially rejected by publishers who thought a teenage hero wouldn't sell, and that people were afraid of spiders. Stan Lee pushed for his creation, and the character's immense popularity proved those initial doubts wrong. Spider-Man's enduring appeal lies in his humanity. Despite his powers, he's just a kid trying to do the right thing, reminding us that heroism isn't about being perfect, it's about persevering despite life's challenges. Black Panther, the Hidden Kingdom of Wakanda. Now let's journey to the advanced and mysterious land of Wakanda with Black Panther. T'Challa, the Black Panther, holds the distinction of being the first African superhero in mainstream American comics, debuting in 1966. Created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, Black Panther was a groundbreaking character who challenged stereotypes and provided representation long overdue in the comics industry. As the King of Wakanda, T'Challa isn't just a superhero, but also a ruler responsible for his people's welfare. Wakanda itself is a marvel, a hidden African nation that is the most technologically advanced country in the Marvel Universe, thanks to its abundant reserves of vibranium. This rare metal not only powers their innovations, but also ties Wakanda to other heroes, like Captain America's shield. Despite its advancements, Wakanda maintained an isolationist policy for much of its history, choosing to hide its true nature to protect itself from exploitation. This created intriguing storylines about tradition versus progress and the responsibilities that come with great power. The 2018 Black Panther film had a monumental cultural impact, showcasing a predominantly black cast and crew and exploring themes of identity, heritage, and social responsibility. It wasn't just a box office success, it became a cultural phenomenon, inspiring fans around the world and proving the desire for diverse storytelling. Fun fact, in the comics, T'Challa was married to Storm of the X-Men for a time, creating a power couple like no other. Black Panther's legacy is one of empowerment and leadership, reminding us that embracing one's heritage and using one's gifts